Christy, you were in the meeting with the President.
Yes, I was.
Can you describe the tone of the meeting and what did the President say?
Well, the President came in and we were all seated at tables awaiting his arrival. It was, from my perspective, it was a little nerve-wracking. I've never met the President before. I've never been anywhere near him. I've never even seen his motorcade. And so it was a little nerve-wracking. But, we sat there and waited, and he came in. Everybody stood up, and he addressed the crowd. He said, I'm not here to give a speech. I just want to tell you that, this was our mission, and we did this for you and for your loved ones. And then he went to each table and made sure that he met and talked to each individual person. And before he left, he turned around and said, did I miss anybody? And so that it was important to him to make sure that he spoke to everyone. So as he came up to us, he shook our hand. He gave me a hug 3 times. I showed him a picture of Jeff. I showed him a picture of our kids as they are now. He joked about their height, and I told him that my kids complain about their lack of height, and he told me it was my fault because my husband was 6'4". And, we chit-chatted a little bit, and I thanked him. I told him I really appreciated that, he focused on this, and he kept the military focused on it. And I told him I was proud of the military for a job well done.
What was the tone like?
I think the tone was a little bit of, kind of muted excitement. You could tell everybody was anticipating it. And a lot of us in there had never been near the President before. Some of them had met him. But yeah, it was a little bit of excitement. And, everybody realized that we're there for very awful reasons, that we are all in that room for the same reason. And, you wish you could meet the President under different circumstances. But this is what our life is. A lot of it is so tied to 9/11. So you take a little bit of the good that came from such a horrible event. And one of those good things that happened today is being able to meet the President of the United States. And that's an extreme honor. I just, when I found out that I was going to be able to go, I felt like it was really, truly an honor.
Well, do you feel safer now?
Okay. I feel like I'm glad that they stuck to the mission. I'm glad that they captured him. I'm glad that they took him dead rather than alive, because I wouldn't want to have to go through all the misery of the trial and what to do with him and where to put him afterwards. Some people say that they wish they had gotten him alive so they could get information out of him, but I think that they got more information out of him through his electronics than they would out of his mouth. He would not have spoken a single word. So I'm pleased with the mission. I can't say that I celebrate it because the situation for us hasn't changed. My children are still without their father, and I'm still without my husband.